As we go around on our trip, I'll tell you a little bit about what goes on here on the farm and in our orchard, and also a bit of the history of cider making itself. Before I do that, I invite you to answer the cider farm riddle. How do we get a fully grown apple into a bottle? You'll find out the answer soon enough. Cider was first made here approximately 100 to 150 years ago. But the farmers in those days were making cider for their own enjoyment and to pay the wages of the men who worked for them in the fields. The average farm labourer would consume approximately 4 to 5 pints of cider a day. During the summer harvest time, very likely drinking double that amount, 9 to 10 pints. So you can understand why it was well known that the farmer that produced the best cider also got the best workers. Coming into view now on your left-hand side, you can see the original orchards here at the farm. Some of these trees here in this orchard are over 100 years old and are still bearing fruit today. Although we no longer harvest from them, but keep them as part of our heritage. What is interesting to note is the way that they are planted. Basically just randomly, approximately 40 trees to an acre. Today in our modern orchards, we've got over 200 trees to the acre. On our right-hand side now, the tall trees that we are passing make a very effective windbreak for us, protecting us from the prevailing southwesterly winds that we get here in Cornwall. They're home to a wide variety of wildlife, and we regularly see squirrels and woodpeckers among the trees. We've even got a family of buzzards. Behind these old trees, you can see our museum orchard, growing old Cornish varieties such as Cornish Mothers, Kind Briard, and most notably the Rattler. This is where we gained inspiration for the name of our famous cider, Cornish Rattler, which you may have seen in the pubs and shops around Cornwall. We're now entering the largest of our two orchards on the farm. We've got a total of 3,000 apple trees and grow many varieties of apples. You can learn all about the life cycle of an apple in our visitor centre exhibition. Our production halls are capable of making 52 million bottles a year. That's quite a few pints of cider or glasses of wine by my reckoning. There are three main things we're looking for in our apples: acidity, tannin, and sugar. The acidity for the apple flavour and the bite. The sugar is eaten by the yeast, producing alcohol. And thirdly, the tannin, for its rich colour, flavour, and natural preservatives. You might be surprised to learn we don't pick any apples here, we let nature do the job for us, which is the traditional way of harvesting apples for cider. We simply shake the trees to help nature along. We go through the orchards twice. The first time to collect the windfalls, and secondly shaking the trees, collecting the remaining fruit from the ground. Unlike the eating apple orchards you see around the country today, their trees are low and round in shape. This is to enable them to be easily hand-picked so the fruit is picked without bruising. With our trees, we allow them to grow upwards. We leave the centre in the tree and grow what is known as a central leader. We stop them when they get to about 20 feet in height. The only thing that governs the height is the height of the shortest person doing the pruning. We do all of our pruning in January and February. And what we aim for when we prune is to try and get an A shape into the trees. This is to allow light and air to get around the fruit and help it ripen. As we go through, the answer to the cider farm riddle lies in the branches of the trees. It is impossible to get a full-grown apple through the neck of the bottle without damaging it. So what we do is poke the bud through the neck when it is small enough to fit. And then simply let it grow naturally inside the bottle until they're ready to be picked.